So a story and a floor are different things?
Maybe.
I thought it was always the same.
I don't know, but I've told some stories while I was on the floor. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Riffs N Rhythms Podcast. My name is Kevin McLaughlin, and this
Is Paul Robertson.
What's up, Paul?
Not much. Can you believe it's December? The year's
is.
almost over, man.
I know. It feels like it just started.
I know. This is...
We've done a lot of stuff in 25. So the slogan for this year has been
Stay alive.
Stay alive in 25. And so far, we're doing pretty good.
Or don't be jive. In 25, was that
No,
what it
that
was?
was
No,
not it.
that wasn't it?
It was Stay Alive in 25.
Okay.
I think that's what it was.
Thrive in 25.
So we got to come up with one for 26. And
26, get your fix.
get your kicks in 26.
Get your kicks.
On Route 66?
Something.
Something
Get your
like that,
licks.
It's got to be better than that. Good Lord, please.
yeah. Eat a bag of dicks in 26.
That might be your
Yeah.
goal, but it's
Well,
not
there you
mine.
go. We're definitely getting dinged on our YouTube video because we've already cursed in the first 2 minutes. So
26, Stevie Nicks.
there you go. Maybe.
Maybe.
We'll see.
She's not from Florida, though, so forget it.
No, but she did date somebody who was from Florida.
Oh, who's that?
Tom Petty.
Oh, they did date?
Yeah. Or no, did they? No, am I
They
mixing up
recorded
somebody
together.
else? They
So-
recorded. I think she was dating the producer, Jimmy, the famed producer who went on to create Interscope Records. Shit. But anyway.
Tom Dowd?
No, he was a producer. He went into and made Beats headphones with Dr. Dre. I'm drawing a blank on the guy. Hold on. I have it in a computer in front of me.
Look
Hold
it
on.
up. I don't know who that is. Who, well, the
26, stereo mix.
stereo mix in 26.
So Dolby mix.
Yeah, Dolby Atmos mix.
Yeah, Atmos mix, surround sound.
Jimmy Iovine.
I'm not familiar with him.
Yeah, he's got an interesting story.
So did he date Stevie Nicks while she did the recording with
Yes, that was
Tom Petty?
yep.
Blues Licks in 26.
Oh,
Something.
Yep.
Hey, we got a guest here. While we ramble on about
what?
useless, unimportant stuff here, why don't we talk to our guest? He drove all the way from Miami to be with us tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Apostoli Floyd. What's happening, man?
Nothing much, man.
I see you're
Yeah.
drinking it in the obligatory KMB shot glass.
Yes.
A little bit of wild turkey for you. Everything tastes better in a KMB shot glass.
Well, I'm not everything, but as long as it's alcohol.
95% of things.
There you
Anything
go.
you put
There
in
you
there
go.
will taste better than it did before you put it in there.
That's what she said.
It's magic.
Anyway, so thanks for coming back on the show, Apostoli.
Glad to be back.
Yeah, you shredded so hard last week that you scared Mike away.
No, I think I think we may.
No, you don't have to answer that. I don't want to put you on the spot. I said it.
No, Mike's not.
Mike
here.
had
It's
other
okay.
things to take care of.
He's got
His
a life.
his goats and chickens were,
Yeah, he was
The
telling
farm.
About,
The
yeah,
farm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was telling about the goats and the donkeys and the chickens.
The goats ran out of stuff to
And-
chew off, and so they're starting to run amok.
Honestly, I love the farm life. It's really cool.
Did he invite you up?
Not yet. I gotta get up there. I gotta try to make some donkey friends and some
Why?
goat friends. We gotta.
There's going to be no
Why-
donkey parties. Okay,
I was
whatever.
going to say, why is Mike always talking about ass and cock?
What?
'Cause he's got a whole field full of them.
Yeah.
Well, he's not even here to defend himself.
Oh my!
It's good buddy you are, Mr. Ghost on the Ox there.
Hey, I
Yeah.
haunt anybody.
Yes.
So a while back, we released the video for the Treasure Coast Blues Society thing.
Yeah. Whoa.
It's a sign from above.
Seinfeld.
Yeah, let's just leave it like that.
Yeah, I think it's good.
We need a better mounting system.
Yes,
Perfect.
there you go.
That's
It
where it
looks
wants to
good.
be. Let's just let it be there.
Devin, I sure hope that was on the camera again. No, we missed it.
No, we
Damn
missed
it.
Really?
Yeah.
But this phone is recording though. Now.
No, it's only recording the angle that I'm cut
Yeah,
to.
he's switching.
So Jaybird sent us an awesome sign, but
He didn't send us anything to mount it with.
But we got to get some mounting hardware for it. But we're grafting it to the wall, and the wall is rejecting it.
But Noriko was ready to go full, home improvement here, and was going to put a couple anchor, in the wall there, and he brought his whole tool set in there, and it's like, oh shit, okay. We figured we can get away with some Gorilla Tape for the evening, but all right.
Oh well. So what's new, man? What have you been up to?
Just a few gigs. Working on getting the show tight for the IBC. And just trying to promote and raise a little bit of money, but everything's been going great. I can't complain. I'm working on some new records as well, so they're gonna be coming in soon. So, I'm excited about that. Yeah.
So, are you currently recording?
Oh yeah, I mean, kind of. I also, whenever I'm running sound for any of my shows, I'm recording those shows. So sometimes, you're gonna find that gold, because when you do so many shows, you can't just say, you can release any song, but sometimes there's that piece of gold, When you even hear a lot of our favorite bands or the famous bands, and they have multiple recordings of like the nights that they were doing in that state or that city, you know what I mean? And it changes and all that stuff, it's kind of that kind of
Evolution.
Yeah, the evolution that I do want to, eventually, release some live stuff, So I have a lot of good live recordings and some new records I'm working on. So, yeah, they're just, it happens when it can happen. So we have like a recording day, and if we want to be adding some stuff whenever, how availability works, how that goes.
Yeah.
Well, like last week, when we did our jam here, right? So, I mean.
Yeah, no, that was great.
Yeah,
was
so
great.
I guess, I don't know, Devin, we can probably clean up a little bit, and then I guess you can release that in some of your stuff as a definitely exclusive there, yeah.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know. I don't know how much work Devin would have to do to make me sound better.
We cool.
But so going up to Memphis in January, you've been there before, as we talked last week. This time around, you've got a little bit, you've been there, done, so now you've got to, going in, okay, learn about this and this, and this. Mike's new going into this, as a first timer, but as a second timer, what are the type of things are you looking forward to, or, this experience the second time?
Well, I'm really excited always about meeting all the musicians. That's always a given, But I think from what I was learning from back then, I really do want to, I mean, of course, be diligent of being on time and all that stuff, but I think I want to push myself to actually go see more shows. Because I think maybe the first time when I went, I think I was too focused on, once you check in, I was there early. It's not even like being that, but then I would stay there, And I think, at least going there the second time around, I could at least give myself a little bit more leeway, and I could go check out the bands across the, just along the strip. Because I would maybe just venture out maybe right next door. But I think at least with the people that I'm going with, some people might stick around and all that stuff, and we'll be diligent about, being on time. But I do want to, because it's kind of hard to try to see everybody and meet everybody, because there's hundreds of bands. Mm-hmm. But I think when I was there last time, I only kind of left with meeting a handful of people, and I think it's I think it's probably a big part just to try to go out and meet, you know, even the what is it? I want to say the meet and greet, but it's like the networking kind of moment. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's kind of, it's a little still hard, because I feel like us musicians, we kind of work in a different way. You know what I mean? Rather than trying to work in a networking way, we just kind of just want to be chilling and just happen naturally.
Right.
So musicians have our own style of networking.
Exactly.
We got our own style. Very organic. But when I was there, they were promoters of high caliber. They were going around and like a hardcore, high power networking, meeting everybody, shaking hands and kissing babies.
Yeah.
Handing out cards, doing the thing.
Do you have so you can talk a little bit about, you guys have a like that kind of a game plan this time around coming in about full force, any promotions or doing certain things to kind of the network or putting stickers all over the place or whatever?
Well, yeah, kind of a little bit of a mixture of everything, kind of along the lines like that, yeah. And then, of course, that we have our new album, and we're playing a lot of the songs off that album, And to me, I'm just trying to, have people hear my music. Mm-hmm. So I'm just bringing a bunch of CDs, and, whoever I meet, if you want to meet me, you'll get a CD.
Hey. We appreciate you donating a couple CDs at the last Blues Jam.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because I know you were giving them out, but somebody bought one and donated the money to the Blues Society.
Yeah. I mean, it goes like that, you know? Definitely, Well, sometimes, you got to sacrifice a little bit so they could hear you,
Right.
Yeah.
So you guys driving up? Is that what the plan is, or flying?
No. We're going to be flying up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little, I think, I mean, we I guess it's possible, but also the stuff that's needed, we don't need to be bringing
a whole bunch of stuff, right? Yeah.
It wouldn't.
So you got to travel with guitars.
You can travel pretty light.
Yeah, for guitar players, they say we are not allowed. It's like, it's not even a thing where it's like, oh, you could bring your amp. Like, no, we're not allowed to bring our amps. Mm-hmm. But keyboard players, they can, but if you specify, what you're going to be using, and say you can provide that, you don't need to do that. So it's really just bass, guitar, and cymbals, snare, kick pedal. I guess those are things, though, that is like a backpack for a drummer as well.
Right.
Yeah, so that makes it easy.
Yeah.
Do it as a fly date. It's cool. You don't have to worry about the car suffering through the cold.
Yeah, but then that's also the big focus of finding the place and then commuting, But
yeah, Ubers are expensive there.
Yeah.
And it was us. It was 2 Ubers over and 2 Ubers back. We got
because you had to fit everybody.
Because we had to fit everybody. Yeah. So we got a big house, Airbnb. It was a 2-story house. And it was totally the bomb. It was a great place.
That does sound nice.
It was super.
It was actually,
And we just all lived in that house for a week. It was great.
Thank God we figured the heat out, because that was a little scary.
Well, we had Dean Lopes there. Where he actually climbed up into the attic to make sure everything was working, because he was freaking cold.
I thought you were about to say to check for ghosts.
No, well, maybe that's what he was doing. I don't know.
That's why he left the country.
But there was something going on where it was hot in one part of the house and cold in another. So he climbed up to check all the duct work. I was like, "What are you doing?" So we eventually got the whole house warm. But that was a sweet place. We actually did a live podcast from there.
Yep. Yeah. It was a good. Yeah, it was a good event. Pool table. Yeah, it was like almost like a house you would see in like MTV Real World or something like that. It was.
Yeah, it had an outdoor, like a pergola with a fire pit and everything, but you couldn't see it. It was buried in snow, but it was there.
The snow was stupid.
It was there.
My God. Yeah.
We
Snow is stupid.
We decided not to use it. Yeah, it was stupid snow, that's for sure.
Yeah, it gets cold up there, though. That's the thing, us Floridians, that snow, it's nice in the idea, until you gotta,
Yeah.
It's nice.
So you got to live in there.
For a half hour,
it's nice concept.
Yeah.
But that place is nowhere near any oceans. It's right almost smack dab in the center of the continent. And there's no ocean water to moderate the temperature there.
Yeah, I guess you're not getting anything off the river, right? Honestly.
Well, it's not much.
No.
It's the Mississippi River. It's pretty big there, but it's not. You can't moderate the temperature of a whole city.
Right. So hopefully, because I think when we were set up was 2 years ago, BB King's was closed.
It was closed.
Renovated. Yeah. So they were doing something.
So we didn't get to hang out at BB King's.
Yeah. Did go to Sun Studio though. Did you do anything like any side quest there while you were in town, or plan to?
We did a bunch of different things. Yeah, we went to the Civil Rights Museum. We went to a rock and roll museum. We went to a bunch of museums. walked around a lot. We took the trolley around. The trolley that we were on actually got hit by a car.
You're kidding.
Actually, yeah, I'm actually remember everything now. Like, because we were doing so many things. We were doing a bunch of side quests, like how you said, but we got hit by
This
a
is
car.
the Tales from the Road segment.
Yeah,
that's right, yeah.
And you know what's so funny? If we do have that ticket, because he gave us a ticket that says, you know,
Like a free.
yeah, exactly. Like,
A
sorry
free trolley
for
ride?
everything. That, you know, kind of because we got rear-ended, and it didn't feel bad, but it just kind of just like we shook for a little bit, you know, and then we realized there was a car just like that rear-ended us and then drove off, and then we saw the car pull around and stop like around the corner, like thinking that we were gonna come.
Leave?
No, yeah, but then they ended up leaving because it was for a second because they were like this big trolley, you know what I mean? They can't pull around, and then
The trolley doesn't stop for that, does it? It just keeps going.
no, we were stopped though.
It just stopped.
We were stopped.
Okay.
We were stopped. Yeah. And then he gave
And
us
this is
the
wait,
ticket
this
for
is
like
going where
free.
cars are. This is going like through
Yeah,
traffic.
this
and
is
stuff.
through going through
so
traffic.
did it hold up a bunch of traffic too?
Oh yeah. It was an experience though, because you know we were just like, you know, we don't have trolleys down here and riding it like that, you know. So we're just having this thing, and then it's like the one time we're on it, you know, it gets hit by a car. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So-
if you haven't been, you got to go to Sun Studios.
We went
Such
to
an
when
amazing
we were
spot.
going through, we saw that the you know like the birthplace of gospel and all that stuff, and that was amazing too when we went to the museum. No, it was really cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, and you had the walkthrough with the headphones and all that stuff. That was cool. Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't make it to Graceland, but a lot of people are kind of like very mixed about, you know.
I've been by Graceland. It was when the airplane was still there across the street, but it was just like a Sunday afternoon. It was closed. So we just wrote our names on the wall. My
Graffiti.
name is on the wall at Graceland.
Nice. Graffiti.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I think that's it's an interesting thing time wise. That's why I was asking last week if you were planning to go, but yeah, I mean, just it's the enjoying, like there's so much music. It's like a very similar vibe. Like I went to Nashville for the first time, and we're like it's like music everywhere, or like even being on in New Orleans. Why am I drawing a blank? Bourbon Street, right? Bands here, bands there, and you can bounce in and out, and it's like a 12-piece band with horns crammed in the corner of this small little place, and just as a musician, just taking it in, and it's kind of sometimes hard because you're like you're enjoying music, but at the same time like, damn, it's like being sports, right? You're spectating, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's kinda,
there's a funny, like whatever is like what people want to say, the feeling that they get when they're watching a sports team or when they're watching a musician, is this feeling that you got to be on the stage or you got to be on the field or you got to be doing the thing,
Right.
But I think that's what we all live for, and that's what's good, When it's giving us that feeling, that means that's what's happening that we're seeing is very inspiring,
Right.
Yeah.
There's a lot of times that when I go see music, it's like, man, I want to go home, and why am I not home? Doing that. But life is, they say, life is not a spectator sport, right? So get out there and do it. So,
But you can and get inspired.
yeah, for sure.
There's times where we should spectate so we could see our peers also succeed,
Yeah,
because we can't be the only ones,
yeah. And I think that was fun part about at least I didn't perform that week, but just getting a chance to see other bands play in between the other shows or the other nights. We've seen Shaylin, we've talked about Shaylin before.
Yeah.
Seeing other Florida bands that were performing. Got to see Miles perform as well.
Yeah.
Their support are other bands, and it was just some phenomenal stuff. Band from France. Those guys.
Yeah, there's a band from Australia there. There's bands from England.
Yeah,
there's
so it's
bands
like,
from Israel, from all over the country.
Yeah.
So cool.
And I think that's a good part you mentioned there, Kevin, is that this is just because it's in Memphis doesn't mean it's just the USA. It's all over the world. That
Just
you
so you
can
know,
go
Paul,
here.
international. It means other countries too.
I know. Sometimes people don't even know Puerto Rico's not another country. Okay.
Well, that's kind of a gray area, right?
Well, okay.
It's technically another country, but
Yeah.
it's sort of a state too.
And nobody knows. Yeah, 51 half, 50 half. Yeah, no, I don't know where I was going with that.
A
but
lot
anyway,
of people.
so-
Speaking of that, a lot of people didn't realize that Puerto Rico is part of the United States because that came up recently when they announced that Bad Bunny was doing the Super Bowl, and people are like, "Why is this foreign person?" Blah blah blah. I'm like, he's Puerto Rican.
Yeah, right.
I think he's
yeah.
Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He's from the U.S.
He's a U.S. Yeah,
Yeah, well, it's not like, you know,
and he's a big artist.
American
Yeah.
government officials go over to Puerto Rico and go, "We own you." They don't say that out loud.
I'm looking forward to seeing what Bad Bunny does for the Super Bowl.
As long as it's better than the last one. Wasn't a big.
Who was it? What was the
last one? I thought was pretty cool.
You
Ken-
didn't like it? You didn't like it?
I thought Kendrick was cool for that.
Oh yeah, Kendrick Lamar. No, that was good.
Yeah.
He had a lot of guests.
It was
artists
different.
with him,
It was.
right?
It was. I think again, it took a little bit to kind of digest. All right, what's going on here?
All
right?
of those shows are.
You want
spectacular.
AC/DC?
I like.
Well, but no. All right. Since you want to try, you're trying to throw some, here, like, call me boomer or something, right? No, I think the thing is, it's like, all right, I'll give you another example about that. When The Weeknd performed, that was during COVID,
Okay.
and I think it's 2020 or 2020, maybe 2021.
Wait, this was for the Super Bowl?
Yeah, it was in Tampa, and it was a very elaborate.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Performance and
Yeah,
show
yeah,
and
like Labyrinth he was going through. and
Right, and it was like,
Yeah.
what is this?
I get you.
So I
love that Kendrick got to call Drake a pedophile on the biggest platform in the universe.
yeah.
Yeah, but all those shows, first off, are a marvel of coordinated effort. Because when you put on a show of that magnitude, typically it takes a good 20 hours to set it up and 20 hours to tear it down. Well, for the Super Bowl, they do that in 15 minutes.
Not to mention the probably 6 months, 8 months, 9 months of preparing for it.
Right. So, I mean, imagine a full-scale stadium concert that sets up and tears down in minutes.
So
They
I'll,
convert the entire field.
Yeah, exactly. That's normally like 3 days' work.
Yeah.
so I got an interesting tidbit about the 2020 Super Bowl was in Miami, and it was big events like that. And whenever the Super Bowl comes to wherever the city, and the NFL takes over controls basically the whole stadium. The ownership transfers like control and who does what and says what, right? I mean, because obviously it's a major event, global event. And so anyway, like any big events, they do a lot of preparation. And they just forgot, I guess, the stadium forgot to tell somebody that J-Lo and Shakira's halftime show, they were going to take the lights down in the whole stadium. And they thought it was like an outage, but it came back on. Yeah, they forgot. They're like, what's going on?
I remember that show, and that was great because like the last
And Bad Bunny
section of
performed at one, I think, actually, Devin.
Which
it was the
I think
two
Bad
of them
Bunny
trying
was
to
there.
outshake each other.
Yes.
And then it was like, oh no, she didn't.
And then-
it was ramping up. I thought they were going to fall off of their heels. It was
That was a
awesome.
great show.
And that's how we ended up with COVID because of that.
Yeah, because they shook it off of their.
Was that what it was?
their
Yeah,
booties,
COVID,
got it off.
right into COVID.
I think the scariest thing that performers do is when they are on platforms floating down from somewhere.
That is crazy.
And sometimes they're not secured to anything. They're just relying on because they have
Oh,
to
no.
come.
What
off
about
of
what
it.
about
trust
Pink?
me,
though?
they're
What about
secure.
Pink?
They're
What about
What about
Pink?
the ones where they have to?
who's
Does that
who's spinning on the thing
Or
on the
I've seen
she's
ones-
just on no thing.
I've
She's
seen
on
ones where
boards.
they're coming down from the ceiling somewhere, and then they have to step off the thing, and then they're on the stage. So they're not attached to anything in that time.
There's always safety features there. They might unclip right before they jump off or something. But
That would still scare me. I don't like heights.
yeah, me neither. I would not deal with that very well. And what was the one thing where somebody stand on the edge of the stadium and they're like, and now we're here? Maybe it was the Olympics. And now we're here, and they just fall back and then paracord, parachute. Who was that?
Was that Tom Cruise?
It was
maybe?
Tom Cruise.
Yes, Tom
yeah.
Cruise.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
Tom Cruise.
Because
would do
Tom
something
Cruise
like that.
actually did that during the Super Bowl to promote the
Mission
Mission
5,000.
Impossible 7,000.
Yeah. Mission 5.
Didn't he also do that picture where he's standing at the top of like the Burj Khalifa? You ever seen that picture?
No.
I'm gonna try to find it. Hold on.
All right.
It's scary.
That's crazy.
Yep. So events coming up there. So Super Bowl, Bad Bunny.
The Super Bowl is when, and it's
Into
it's a
January.
week or two before the Daytona 500,
Yeah, in January,
which is
February.
a week or two
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
Bike Week. So yeah, it's always Super Bowl, Daytona 500, Bike Week, Easter. Now it's summer.
Oh yeah, when he was on the top of the
This
thing.
one.
Yes. Yep.
That's the tallest building in the world, and he's just sitting there on it.
No, thank
That's
you.
crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's not for me either.
How did he get there? They drop him with a helicopter?
I think so.
remember.
No, I think that's how you have to get there, I think.
That's just like the top of the building. There's like,
Yeah.
how many
literal
stories up
top.
is he? Like 150?
More than that probably.
300?
What's
Is that like in Thailand or something?
that's Dubai? Yeah,
Oh, Dubai.
Burj Khalifa. That's the tallest building in the world.
Oh, that's where Vin Diesel drove a car across the like 3 different
Oh,
buildings.
I remember that movie where it's like his sticky gloves started malfunctioning and he's falling down the side of the building. Yeah, I didn't deal well with that scene. I don't do
high is
heights.
Burj Khalifa?
Yeah.
Even watching them.
What are you searching for? Like, no, Saudi Arabian,
Now we're
Stuff
looking
now.
at buildings. That's a
This
tall.
is this is the building Tom Cruise was on.
No, I know, but I saw some like stuff in Arabic.
Total height of 2,722 feet, or just over half a mile.
Wow.
That's tallest building.
Yeah,
2,222?
feet. No, 2,722. That's a picture of it right there.
Yeah, it's a half a mile. Yeah,
Tallest building in the world since its topping out in 2009.
That's
surpassing the Empire State.
272 stories.
This how many does it say? Max, how many floors?
It's 10 feet per floor. So that's 272
Maybe they got
floors.
different length floors in Dubai.
yeah,
man.
they're
I don't
metrics.
know.
It's metrics.
Oh, well, whatever.
Maybe their floors are 9 feet.
Third. Yeah,
Yeah, they're not 9 feet if they're holding up another 2,700 of them.
yeah, for sure. So yeah, so it's gonna be interesting. We'll see. Have to see how that weather is there. So sometimes it's a crapshoot. January's a crapshoot on this. We had some cold fronts coming through here in Florida just over that holiday weekend there for Thanksgiving. So that was
Oh, yeah, it was dangerous. It got below 70.
yeah, it's it's up and down, and when you're putting Christmas stuff up, it's bug spray and suntan lotion because nothing gets you in the Christmas spirit like mosquitoes and sunburns.
Global warming is real. It used to get cold in the wintertime. Now it just
This
gets cold
says
for
the
a
Burj
minute.
Khalifa is 163 floors.
163 floors.
Okay,
Well, that's
times 10.
1,633.
Yeah,
16, whatever. I don't know.
that's it.
So a story and a floor are different things.
Maybe.
I thought it was always the same.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I've told some stories while I was on the floor.
I've told plenty of floor story.
There you go. So, all right. So, do we want to do our song review?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We've
All
been looking at this graphic for long enough.
Yeah. So,
And the people don't even get to see it until later.
yeah, until later. Yeah. So, if you're watching live, you get to see
Oh,
it.
we're still live?
We're still streaming.
Hi, livers.
For-
Do we have
Livers.
do we have any people that are like commenting?
That's what we should call the fan base, like because it's like livers.
Livers. Livers,
Livers.
yeah. Do we have any dead livers out, the livers out there?
Yeah.
Livers.
Yeah.
Liver.
Yeah. And then you're the top, if you're in the top Patreon in our tier for our thing.
You get a liver transplant.
No, you are, the group is called cirrhosis.
Yeah, and
'Cause
if you
you're
get
the
enough Marlboro miles, you can get that free iron lung.
All right, hold on here. So, so again, keeping with the blues theme, this was something that I was looking around for a song to review, and this performer is part of another blues society here in Florida, and his name is Dyer Davis. Dyer Davis is an American singer, songwriter, guitarist known for his electrifying performances, and they sound deeply rooted in Southern blues rock. Davis's performance debut album Dog Bites Back debuted at number 6 in the Billboard Blues charts and was praised by Downbeat magazine, who stated Dyer Davis brings new immediacy to blues and blues rock by singing as if he was probing a deep recess within him. His album jumps him to the front row of the most promising young up-and-comers. Davis' highly anticipated second album, Kiss the Ring, is set for release in June 2025 on Valley Rose Big Wing Records.
Well, all right.
So, okay. So
Dyer Davis, here we go.
Dyer Davis, okay. Here we go. Devin, go ahead and cue us up. Name of the song is Baby.
You're as sweet as marmalade. Light up my eyes some kind of way. And you got me tied up like a braid. You make me forget what I want to say. Forgive me if I seem out of line. Baby, I'm begging for a kiss and I don't normally act like this. Baby, give me all your time 'cause you're the only thing on my mind. Baby, I'm begging for a kiss and I don't normally act like this. Baby, give me all your time 'cause you're the only thing on my mind, yeah. I don't care about your makeup. I ain't here to see you pose. Look in my eyes and let me be mesmerized. Someone like you can't come and go. Forgive me if I seem out of line. Baby, I'm begging for a kiss and I don't normally act like this. Baby, give me all your time 'cause you're the only thing on my mind. Baby, I'm begging for a kiss and I don't normally act like this. Baby, give me all your time 'cause you're the only thing on my mind. Forgive me if I seem out of line. Let me take up all of your time. Baby, I'm begging for a kiss and I don't normally act like this. Baby, give me all your time 'cause you're the only thing on my mind. Baby, I'm begging for a kiss and I don't normally act like this. Baby, give me all your time 'cause you're the only thing on my mind, yeah. I said, baby, oh, I said, baby, I said, baby, baby, yeah, I said, baby, I said, baby, ooh, oh, yeah.
Like it.
Well, then.
I like it.
That's pretty good.
Very
That was real
cool.
good.
A very good mix too, I think.
Yeah, great sounds. All the drum sounds, everything very immediate sounding. Not a lot of ambience. Everything just right in your face.
Drums had a really particular.
Yeah, very
Those
organic,
are good.
organic,
Yeah.
real drum sounds. Maybe they were either they're awesome samples or that's somebody knows how to tune their drums really well.
Definitely,
Yeah,
to me,
going.
it was like the kick, the drums, right? The kick drum was more pronounced, driving it. What do you think, Apostoli?
No, I think this is a very good, like if I were to say like one of those songs that are like a classic, one of those sing-along songs, man, you could put it on at the bar, everyone knows it, you know? Once you hear the chorus come on, baby, I'm
this is like a
begging for
karaoke
kiss,
song.
and I don't normally act like this.
Got a
You know
great
what I mean?
chord, right? Great
This is
chord,
karaoke,
great
right?
hook.
You know, it
Right,
sounds
yeah.
great.
Yeah.
It creates a vibe. It you know what I mean? There's to me there's nothing really wrong with the song. It's very good in the sense of what it can do, you know? Definitely I could hear it in a lot of places. Yeah.
So is it the riff or the rhythm that makes it a good song?
I mean, I heard a lot of good riffs, you know what I mean? But I mean, what did he say? So
Come on, you know how this works. You've been here before.
Right, yeah,
Come on,
yeah,
man.
Yeah. But then now we go into a whole like philosophical thing, you know. If you're saying what is better, the riff or the rhythm?
What is it that makes it a good song?
I mean,
Do you know what show you're on?
What I'm loving, yeah. but I'm saying based off the song though, because what's standing out to me, I really don't hear a prominent riff. Like I don't hear like a riff that's defining the song that like, or a lot of other songs that have this riff that people like just are singing along to the riff. What I'm singing to personally, you know, is the chorus. You know, that's what's really gravitating me. I'm like, that's something that when I'm at the bar, I know that I can feel like I could get the song and I feel like, baby, I'm begging for a kiss. And
So if you were standing at the bar,
you know,
you heard
is that the
and
riff?
song
But I feel
is-
like that's, you know, like this part of like the melody, you know.
well,
That's how I
Yeah,
feel about a
so-
lot of pop music. Is it's very meant
Very
to be
melodic,
catchy
yeah.
on the lyrics. And
Yes,
stuff.
yes.
all right. So then, so let me poke a little bit at this, and again, I'm not throwing any. So he is it the introduction that I read there was blues rock influenced.
Yeah.
Was that a very blues rock?
No question.
You know?
Southern blues rock. I mean, a very
Yeah.
Blackberry Smoke-ish, very now, like the new generation of blues rock sounding, you know, with like and for
Very
me,
modern sounding.
yeah,
too,
very
as well.
modern
You know,
sounding,
yeah.
but still, you know, modern production quality with
that's what I was gonna
vintage
say.
sounds.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was
Yes.
going to say.
So
Because the drums still sound raw, but how it's being delivered,
super clean,
it's very
though.
clean.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
yeah, so very a lot of personality on those drum sounds. Like, you know, they stand right out, tuned perfectly, and they sounding great. But it's still not overproduced, just well produced. And my thing is it's the chorus, and it's the chord progression in the chorus. It's da 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 da, the 1 to the 4, da 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 da.
So
The
it's
whole song sets up to deliver that.
get there, right? So is that so guitar with an organ?
Yeah,
I hear it right.
but primarily guitar. I mean, everything about it was perfect.
Yeah.
I gotta admit, I didn't like the lead tone. He could have done better. It sounded like a hurried overdub they didn't spend a lot of time on, because every sound on it is great. But that
The drums
the
sound
lead
very
tone was-
in the front, and the drum and the guitar sounded very much in the back. You know, it was very, you know,
yeah, that lead they obviously recorded that lead guitar sound at a different place from the rest of it, because it just doesn't the sound doesn't match at all. Great solo, but I would not the sound wasn't turning me on. But everything about like the execution of that guitar solo was awesome. Everything about the song was great.
I like the solo. Yeah, the solo was
The
nice.
solo was a good
Yeah.
solo. I just the guitar sound for the solo just
Yeah, for the
lighted my
overall
fire.
guitars, I heard them in the back. But yeah, for the solo, it did pop out, you know, in the front. But maybe that's what they were going for, you know.
It was definitely a stark change in sound from everything else, and it could have been the effect that they were looking for.
Dyer,
I think that's
come on
maybe
the
a
show.
modern thing. I think that's a modern thing that where
Explain
the
yourself.
rhythm might be in the back, and then the solo will always be very prominent, like the vocals.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes like the vocals in a pop song, they'll be very in the front, and
Right.
they'll try to match it with the solo. So the solo, when it comes in, it doesn't sound like it's very low.
Maybe we can get Dyer to come on and explain to us what made you make that choice on the lead guitar sound.
Explain yourself. No, but no, it was great. So
That could be a new segment on the show. Explain yourself.
Explain yourself. Why
did you do
that?
every one of these production techniques? And
He's probably gonna say because I liked it.
Yeah,
fuck you.
it didn't suck.
Yeah.
fuck you, deal with it.
Yeah, right.
It's my song. Fuck off. Yeah, I mean, I always try to make sure I'm not going to lean to the rhythms. Obviously, I did pick up, and as you mentioned there, Kevin, was some of that building up. Maybe that's what I was picking up. I did think I like that kind of that riffy part there. Obviously, the guitar part there. Did notice the drums. Said more, the bass drum, the kick drum was a little bit more forward. The rest of the drums weren't really there, but it definitely had a good, drive in the song.
Oh, the tom sound was great.
Yeah.
The fills
Poked
came
right
in.
through.
The fills came in very nice, you know.
Yeah.
But I know
Poked
what you
right
mean.
through.
Where it was like, but I think that maybe they,
Did that on purpose.
They kept the kick and the snare,
Yeah.
nice and tight. And then when the tom fills came in, they really made them stick out.
Build up, right.
I really specifically like the sound of the drums in this. It's
Yeah.
It's an atypical drum sound, but a very good one.
Yeah. So, but also I was going to go with, like I said, just again, to me, I was going to go with riff on this one. But
All right, so 2 riffs. Mm-hmm. How about you, Ghost?
Man, I don't. This is a tough one for me. I don't really know, actually, to be completely honest. It as you were touching on before, Apostoli, it sounded with the vocals being very forward and stuff and catchy and being like a bar, like everybody can sing along, karaoke worthy is what I would call it.
Yeah.
It feels like the way I judge whether riff or rhythm is like what stuck out to me, like after I'm done listening to the song. And for me, it was more the lyrics, more the vocal itself rather than either, I guess.
Yeah.
In this particular one.
Yeah, Apostoli was the same.
Yeah.
Same way, and it all centers around the chorus. That chorus is definitely the hook, and I like the way they used all those super old, movie footage and cartoon footage. Very cool.
And then sometimes, how I think about it is take away everything, and you're just left with an acoustic guitar and just the lyrics. It's still a great song that you could still play at the campfire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's when you kind of know when you have kind of a great song where you could just play it with either, you break it down on the piano. It's still a great song, and you don't need all that stuff. So maybe it is, but then, that's the battle. It's the both.
so I stand correct.
Riffs and rhythms.
So I stand corrected. Actually,
Riff them.
Dyer is actually part of the Daytona Beach Blues Society.
The Daytona Beach Blues Society.
Yes.
We
Yes.
just looked it up on blues.org, and they are not on the list.
They are.
Are they?
I clicked on the map. Yeah, it was earlier. Like I said, when I was looking for songs to play, and you look at,
Blues.org.
and it says Dave. Like I already read, singer-songwriter, guitarist known for his electronic performances and sound deeply rooted in Southern rock. So, and then on his website there, I already read all that about Dyer. He's got shows. I'm surprised you haven't crossed paths with him here. November 29th, 2025. He's Main Street Station. Yeah, so if you like that, St. Augustine, New Smyrna. Yeah, so reach out to him and figure it out something out.
Figure it out.
Yeah, figure it out. Yeah. So, but yeah, about the video
there
there.
they are. Look at
Yeah.
them.
So this is off of his
The Daytona Beach Blues Society. I gotta get hook up with these guys.
So this is
I do a lot of shows in Volusia County.
Yeah.
I can do a dual bill concert with Mr. Davis there.
So I'm going to share a thought here that I have, and this is a exclusive because I'll forget it if I don't say it now. But yeah, just real quick, but before I get to that was, again, just give a plug to Dyer Davis. Kiss the Ring is the name of the album. This song was called Baby, and so you can definitely check it out there. His stuff is out there on the Bandcamp stuff, so forth, Dyer Davis. And I do like... took the lyric video to a different level
that was
there.
Serious,
and it was
lyric
very
video.
well
I did like the video,
placement. Kind of help support the lyrics to go with it. So yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, whoever edited that did a good job choosing what footage to put where.
I had to take months to pick all those.
Yeah, you got.
Oh, and also to get the footage, yeah.
So we don't know. We assume it's probably been got the approval for copyright, hopefully. But who's us? Who are we to judge, right? We rip off with the best of them as well. But did I say that? So,
No, you certainly didn't.
so
These are not the implications you're looking for.
here's the thought I had, Kevin. Was okay. So do we wrap up the segment here?
I
buddy.
suppose
Yeah.
well, now we did.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I'm moving right on.
Now
Let's
you
get-
are forcefully.
Yeah. Let's go. We're done.
How
We're
graceful.
done. Yeah. So I was thinking about this, Kevin, was, there's quite a few, half a dozen to 10 different blues societies in Florida.
Okay, let's count them because I got the map up here.
And I was thinking, again, we, with endeavors with music and promotions and so forth, is how to tie some of these different societies together.
You're right. There's exactly 10.
I've actually got something right for once.
Good job. Let's just
That was
take
a hell of a guess.
Let's just take a moment. Let's take a moment to just bathe in the fact that Paul did something right. So cool. Love that, man.
I know.
Good job. And he didn't do too fast this time, so that's
Yeah,
good.
so don't expect anything else after this. It's all downhill. But it's like, there's with these 10 different blues society around the state has there, again, I'm still the newbie to the board, but is there a meeting of the
International Blues Challenge is really the hub for everything.
right? But even within Florida, right? How is there a cross promotional? How do you connect our blues society? Hey, well, it's like a trading here. Like, hey, we're going to trade you Apostoli for a couple of gigs, and you trade us somebody else, and vice versa, kind of
Oh,
thing.
can we trade you out for shit?
Yeah,
That would be awesome.
yeah.
You free agent?
Right, like a
couple beers.
Yeah, right. We're
Sports teams.
gonna trade him out.
Trade you for a
this stuff.
couple of years.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, that's
Gonna
right.
house you,
Put you on
feed
waivers,
you,
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, an injured reserve in South Florida,
Yeah.
but he'd be playing
12
the heck out of everything in North
Signed for
Florida.
12 games,
Yeah,
12 gigs.
Somebody signed you up for the euthanasia.
See how
I
well
think.
you do.
Yeah, the euthanasia program.
You know, hopefully your gig doesn't break or you don't get injured.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you do go outside your own little bubble though. You go to the West Coast. It's Fort Myers. You said last week. You got some
Absolutely, yeah.
gigs there. You do some gigs up in Jackson as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Occasionally, right? So you get out and do travel a little bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Is that you mostly are chasing? Not chasing, but booking the gigs yourself or working with somebody to help?
Yeah, myself, my dad,
Okay.
and then anyone who I meet along the way.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm just
Just,
thinking
yeah.
is like, how does some of that connecting of the other blues society kind of like, hey, you want to do a tour around the state? And we've talked about,
That's a great idea, is to utilize the resources in the blues societies around the state.
right.
I wonder.
So, yeah, so stay tuned maybe.
It's a networking possibility that I haven't.
Why don't we
really taken
create the
advantage of.
first blues society empire? Combine all the societies into the Florida Blues Empire.
Oh, yeah.
Pull a Palpatine.
I was going to say, you're watching way too much Star Trek this past weekend, right?
That's Star Wars.
That's right.
We are restructuring
He already got another thing wrong. There
Start
it is.
something.
into the world's first blues empire.
Yeah. Blues Troopers. Oh, that's the name of a great band, right?
The last blues jam has left me disfigured.
The Blues Star.
Blue Star. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so there we go.
Yes. So I don't know, but yeah, just something to just like you said. We were looking up other bands there around the state in Pensacola and Panhandle, South Florida. You guys had mentioned, and again, I think different blues societies are at different stages of where they're at with their maturity or engagement. Right. I think that's kind of the biggest thing. I think North Central Florida
Did you just say maturity?
in where they're at as far
So
as
we have to make sure these people are mature before we'll deal with them. Is that what you're saying?
not in that sense, but fine, we'll just roll with
They
it. Too.
probably are, Paul.
Yeah. No.
I mean, these people are running a blues society. we should hook up with them because they're probably awesome.
Yeah, I agree. Sounds good. Sounds like a plan.
Yeah. And so we'll
figure it out.
We're talking about this stuff because Paul and I are board members of the Treasure Coast Blues Society, and the Riffs N Rhythms podcast is the official podcast of the Riffs N Rhythms for sure, but also of the Treasure Coast Blues Society. So we're here to help keep the blues alive.
And like you said, they're board members. They need more to do.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes. Not like we don't have enough to do, but we'll take on more work if we have to.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So
Make them occupied members.
yeah.
Yeah. Deeply engaged members, not board members.
Yeah, so like our next big event there, besides the end of the month with the fundraisers for, you guys at Terra Firmata.
Wait, what date is it? What's the date today as we
Today
broadcast it?
is the 9th of December.
The 9th. So this appears on, it's the 9th of December.
Yeah.
And so we've got a few more fundraising events coming up in December. Apostoli, what fundraising events do you have going on? What shows do you have that people can help support your trip?
I mean, you can come out to all of them if you'd love to support.
So where can we find your schedule, man?
On my website, apostolifloyd.com. You'll find my schedule there. On my Instagram, I also post
Instagram
and my
handles on
Facebook.
screen.
all that stuff. You can find me there, and I'll also tell you right now. December 5th, I'm going to be at Shark Shack Sweets with Mike. Going to be doing a nice jam at the ice cream shop. I forgot if it was going to be some free ice cream for...
Only if you have hemorrhoids, apparently.
Oof. Oof.
That's not my thing. That's Mike Farrell's
that's
thing.
their thing.
He's got some sort of hemorrhoid fixation. Not sure why.
Free ice cream, though.
Not let him out.
I don't want to go through the approval process for the hemorrhoid-free ice cream.
Yeah.
So I'll just pay for ice cream.
And the next day,
Hemorrhoid free, aka,
after you get that ice cream.
meaning like it has no hemorrhoids in it.
Yeah. Yeah, so our ice cream is certified hemorrhoid-free.
All right, Apostoli.
Organic, free-range,
I'll help you
hemorrhoid-free
out
ice
there.
cream.
Okay, so
Then we got December 6th at La Niap in Miami.
yep.
December 13th in Plantation Cigar Bar, Tobacco and Cigar Bar. Fort Myers, December 19th, Backyard Social. And then the amazing Terra Firmata, December 28th. And yeah, it's going to be those.
That
those
December
dates.
28th show is going to be one.
That's going to be the...
I mean, if
the
you
hurrah one.
want to see and be seen in the South Florida blues culture, then you have to be there.
Yep. This is the show of the year.
Yeah,
So
it's where we launch Apostoli and Mr. Varro off to Memphis.
and a pumpkin chunkin'.
We're going to be presenting them with
We're gonna
their.
hit Mike on the head with a bottle, like when you set a ship under the ocean for the first time.
Yeah, there we go. We're going to christen him
Yeah.
by hitting him in the head with a bottle of champagne.
Congrats. Good luck.
I'm sure he'll be happy. No, but that's
Non-alcoholic champagne.
Right, non-alcoholic champagne. It'll be Welch's sparkling grape juice. No, but seriously, this is going to be the climax of this fundraising endeavor that we've been doing to get you guys there. Hopefully, we'll have with your help, we'll have raised a lot of money to get these guys there. We'll be presenting them with what we've raised. And make sure you go to tcbs.org, treasurecoastbluessociety.com. See all the things that are going on. You can even just donate straight to them right there. A little note. This is for Apostoli.
Yep.
Mike's not here, so he doesn't get anything.
No plugs for him.
All right, there you go.
So, well, very cool. So, Apostoli, thanks for coming back on the show.
Always good to be here.
You're up there now as a 2-timer. I don't know if that's
Well, now
or a 4.
it's a 4-timer.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. Yes. Sorry. Yes, you're correct. I'm not drinking enough like you to see 4. like in
You gotta
rock,
catch up.
like
I can see now.
I know.
You know, it doubles and then
Yeah.
it skips triple to quadruple.
Speaking of everything, of drinking too much, did you know that everything tastes better in a Kevin McLaughlin?
I've
band
heard
shot
that
glass?
somewhere before.
I've said that a few times.
Yeah. So, but yeah,
Someone whispered that to me passing by in an alleyway one time.
Oh yes, absolutely.
I'm surprised that's all you were whispered in
Me
to
too.
in an alley.
Me too.
It's all the rage now. It's the most popular meme on TikTok.
Do you know it's Kevin McLaughlin shot glass?
Yeah,
Czar. Yes.
it's huge with the TikTok influences. Yeah. Except we got to. Oh, there we go. Pour it right in there.
In the Kevin McLaughlin shot glass. That was a lot.
That's what she said.
It's amazing how much turkey we have left over from Thanksgiving.
I know.
Make them turkey sandwiches.
Leftover turkey is my favorite. Delicious stuff.
That's good.
Yeah.
In my family, it's a tradition to make them turkey sandwiches the next day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
My dad used to make an extra turkey just for leftovers to make
Nice.
sure there was a lot.
Nice.
Because his turkey salad was, people would be lining up to get turkey salad.
One time I used leftover turkey to put in ramen, and that was amazing.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I started cooking turkeys for the holidays last year, and I've learned the greatness of the turkey. I saved a bunch of the turkey grease, and I cooked some chicken in it. That's the best piece of chicken I ever had in my whole life.
Turkey chicken.
This is a turducken.
With Tracy's help, I cooked the turkey
chicken.
today. My turkey came out of the oven today looking like this.
You guys cheers.
I got baby
Cheers. Oh my
pictures
God.
of my
You guys gave me
turkey
so
right
much. What did you guys try to do to
Gotta knock
me?
that back.
Come on, don't be a bitch. Hey,
Cheers.
cheers.
Great to be back.
Knock it back. Yeah.
But look. Looks good.
It looks good, but the big gaping hole is throwing me off, though.
Figures.
His turkey pictures, that's what he's showing. Looks like
Listen,
it's-
we can't show big gaping hole on live stream.
No, yeah, that's definitely not a.
That's for the Patreon
Yeah,
only.
that's
Right?
that might be for OnlyFans actually. The under
I'll
table
share
cam.
it on the special.
Are you guys
side
going to
view.
make the announcement of the Riff N Rhythms OnlyFans?
They're working on it still. They got some stuff behind the scenes
No,
to
there's-
clear.
There's no
under,
OnlyFans.
under the table cam.
Yeah, we are doing.
Under the table cam OnlyFans.
Yeah, the
Yes.
OnlyFans.
Riff N
under the
Rhythms.
table cam. Yeah. There you
We
go.
may or may not be wearing any pants right now, so
We could-
Subscribe to the
OnlyFans
OnlyFans and then find out.
that's
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, the under table cam comes with special enlarge mode, so you can actually see something.
We gotta figure out how to live stream to OnlyFans.
Oh, that would be hilarious. Why would anybody pay for that?
Yeah, nobody's on there.
You'd be surprised, man. I don't know.
Well, we should just go. We should just go, have us go out to Twitch and just
The
do,
under
like,
table cam,
see
we
where
could
it
just have
goes.
it be a big pile of eggplants.
That's
Live.
that's good. It's good. That's
Just take like a
genius.
4-hour video
genius.
of the eggplant display at the grocery store.
Time lapse.
It'll be
The employees come up and what are you doing? No, I'm just getting some B-roll footage. Don't worry about
yeah,
it.
that's
Yeah.
okay.
You know,
Nothing to
I'm
see.
getting
4
some
hours,
B-roll.
yeah.
I'm getting some B-roll.
I'm into vegetable porn.
It's for the under table cam.
Oh boy. So Apostoli, thanks for coming on 4th time on the show
Always.
here,
Always
helping
great to
us
be here.
last week, breaking a whole new thing here in the jam session. Again, we've never done before. We've always usually told all our guests like, "Hey, this is more of a hang show. We don't want to ask anybody to be performing monkeys on our show. It's just to come and hang out and do any." But
great.
tonight was different because again,
Yeah.
and last week was different and. To do the jam with Mike and you guys, obviously, to represent. And again, we're big supporters. Like Kevin said, as board members of the Treasure Coast Blues Society, we wish you guys luck and all the best in your travels to take Memphis, right? The road to Memphis.
Yeah, I'm so excited. Thank you guys.
Yeah,
Always
we wish
great
you
to
all the
be
luck
here.
in the world. You've been there, so
Thank
you know what it takes. You've seen when you went. Did you go to the finals in the theater? And
Oh
watch
yeah,
everybody?
we went to all the
Did that.
shows. You know,
Yeah.
It was amazing. And then when we went to the theater, it was because we even watched the ones that they post on YouTube, but we were there. You know,
Yeah.
and we got to see it, and we got to see the energy. We feel the energy, and we got to see the crowd, you know, engaged and everything, and that was great. You know, and to be honest, you know, no matter what, we're always going to be checking it out, and I can't wait to see the show. It's gonna be great.
I have a question. Is the thing in Memphis, is that going to be also timed the way the challenge was?
Oh, very much. So.
Yeah. They kind
How
of
many
went in
minutes?
detail. So it goes in different ways because there's a bunch of bands. So it's the 20 minutes, and then there's a 25-minute, and then there's a 30-minute, and there's the final, which is also the 20-minute. So I'm forgetting the order. Maybe I'm correct in the order.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
It's 20.
Yeah, it's
It's 30. 20, 30,
and then 25.
25, and then
Yeah.
20.
Oh, jeez.
So
They're
it's
keeping you on your toes. It's got to be different every time. Yeah, and if you run over,
it's 20,
you
30,
lose points.
25. That's how
Okay.
it goes.
20, 30, 25.
Yeah.
And if you play less than 3 minutes, like if you cut off more than 3 minutes before you lose tons of points.
Really?
Yeah, and
they're very
if you play like
Yeah,
1
makes sense.
second over the time limit, you lose tons of points. So so you've got like a 3 minute window to stop. So you just need to keep an eye on the clock and tailor your ending, and it really does. It's a great system because it can only be navigated by someone who is a stage veteran. If you're just up there bashing away and you don't have the wherewithal to adjust the length of your solos or the length of your song to fit, then you're not going to do well there.
You know, this is what I will say, and not to brag, but I do a lot of gigs, and a lot of my my bandmates, and even myself, we got to pay for parking, You know how it goes. You know where I'm going with this. We're checking with the time, and they'll be saying, "Yo, I gotta pay for parking in 3 minutes," and you know what? We're about to end the gig in 2 minutes. But sometimes it could go a little bit over. You never know where you could go. You could be jamming and it could go over. And there's nothing wrong. You're ending at 45 or ending at 43. There's not really a difference. It's pretty much the same. But you want to end at 43 because you guys all got to pay for parking. I will say.
So you got that down.
I will say that I got, a little bit of it down. There's a little bit that I do take pride. Sometimes we get into it. But I think when you've been doing it for a while and at least doing the gigs, you can almost feel it out on how long you've been playing. If it's been a minute, if it's been a few minutes,
So
because
his players got the city boy blues. Like, I got to get out.
a little
because I'm
bit,
Does-
But when it becomes to a true performance that I truly love, where you don't need to care about anything, that's when I'm doing a song for 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have shows where I'm doing a song where I'm thinking about doing things for the right time, and then I'll have shows where I won't care, and I'll be playing for a song, and I when I'm doing the song, when I'm doing the sound and I'm recording, I'll be listening back to the song, and I'll be listening, and I'm like, wow, that song I played for like 10 to 11 minutes, but it's just because we got so into it. You know what I mean? And I really wasn't caring about it. It was just about playing
because there was no parking limit coming.
Yeah. The van was right there. You know what I mean? We didn't have to pay. You know what I mean? There was no parking limit. Sometimes I guess for us musicians, we could relate. We could feel those slight subtleties that could influence our music. You can relate.
The bass player staring
small
at you
things.
like, hey, I gotta pay soon. Let's wrap this up.
It's very small. But we adapt, and no one will realize because we're musicians, we'll adapt. But there's those moments where, we'll get it, where it's not always the way that maybe we want it, but we will adapt and we will love it because at the same time we will feel a little bit good about how we kind of nail it,
Yeah. And I feel compelled to give a little bit of depth to your story and the level of professionalism that you're talking about, because not only can the guys who play with him just freaking lay it down like monsters.
Thank you. They're amazing.
But while they're doing that, they can take a look at the time and realize, I got to pay for parking in 2 minutes.
Yep.
And then he tailors the ending of the song. And then his guys can unload and leave the gig in 1 minute. Like, that's insane.
Yeah.
Well, that leads into my second question: is does that strict time frame of performance, does that include like whatever setup you have to do, sound check type stuff, all that, or is that time straight performance time?
They give you limits on both, and
Okay.
it's not within each other. Like there's like there's 10-minute
So there's
changeover,
okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
and a 10-minute changeover in festival style all day long. That's short. Usually it's 20 minutes. So that's why they don't let anybody bring their own amp, because you got to pick it, you got to carry
Yeah.
it in, and
Yeah.
blah blah blah.
Plug and play what's there.
Yeah.
But when I was there, amazing choice of amps. Like it's not like it's, when you go to a jam and it's just kind of just this rinky-dink amp. They got the top of the line amps, and they got all of them. You have a choice of a bunch of different amps.
Which ideal blues amp do you want to play?
Exactly. So I'm like, at least for me, I know I'm going to be taken care of. I made sure for my keyboard player, he told me what keyboards that he uses, so I listed that in the in when I was registering and making sure that as long as he has all those different things, and he's got his things, But they supply all those things that I'm like, when I was playing the first year, I was they was like, what do you want to play out of? The twin reverb, there's just a bunch of the Princeton thing that I lost count, because I just went to the twin reverb, you know what I mean, because I was like, I'm comfortable with that.
Yeah.
But they were just giving me a whole bunch of different amps, that I was like, hey, and I already used Fender, and then they were already with the Fender,
Right.
So I was like,
Keep it simple.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was right up my alley. Yeah.
So you just shared a secret skill, weapon, whatever you want to call it, on why you should not have any issues with landing the plane in Memphis during each of those shows.
Oh yeah.
It's all about parking.
Well
It's
versed
all about
in
the
that.
parking.
It's all about parking. It's all about parking. Exactly. But then you're gonna have to park, and then you have to walk into Beale Street.
Yeah.
So then,
For sure.
yeah.
It's a drop off. Well, cool. So, Apostoli, again, thank you for coming back on the show here, and
Always.
So we'll
Always great to be
looking
here.
forward to the end of the month at the Terra Firmata show. Be fun.
Yeah.
That'll be
Be
fun
great.
there.
Right after Christmas.
Yep. And start off the new year, 2026, coming up soon. Here, can't believe year's flying by.
Yeah.
So,
Big time.
Yep. So we're ready to call it a night.
We're
Day or
we're
whatever.
ready to call it a night. I need something to toast with,
do
Mr.
you
Turkey.
guys- Okay. So yes. Apostoli staying
Just a
away.
little. Okay.
Here, I'll do a little bit. I'm
He was already bitching about singing. That's too much. You start figuring out that bright line. Take the bright line down, right?
I'm gonna take the bright line.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So cool. Again, thank you for coming on the show here. Thank you, Devin, for holding down the fort behind the things there. Thank you, Enrico there. And thank you to my best friend there, Mr. McLaughlin.
Rock on, Paul.
Rock on.
It's a pleasure.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks. Have a great night, y'all.